Hi everyone, so I just want to show you my latest craft haul from Kokorosa Studio. So first of all we're going to start with this one. So this one is a word die and it says joy to the world, the Lord is come. And obviously you've got the outside shadow as well. So this measures, the actual die itself is approximately 3 3/4 by about 3 1/4, and then obviously got the shadow on top of that, which just adds a little extra either side. But I'm really excited about this because I think it's going to be really cool for Christmas. So I'll show you now what I made using this die. Then with the Joy to the World die, I made this step card, which is a 5x7, and as you can see I just cut it out of red adhesive glitter card, mounted it onto some white, so I did the white as a shadow, mounted that on, and then just added some poinsettias and put it on the front of the step, and obviously that folds up and it fits into an envelope for a 5x7 card. So that's what I did using that die. Next up we have this die which says in everything give thanks, and I thought it's obviously good for Thanksgiving cards. We don't do Thanksgiving over in the UK, but I do like thank you cards, so and I like giving thank you cards, so I thought this would be quite cool. So this one measures about 4.5 inches roughly by about 3 roughly. I mean obviously you've got the inner and the outer, so you've got that little bit extra, but about that's approximate measurements. So I'll show you now what I made using this die. With this die I kept it quite simple, so I've just cut it out of the pink adhesive glitter and mounted it onto a white. So I've cut the shadow out of white, and then I've used another Kokorosa Studio die from a previous craft haul, and I've just mounted the two together. Nice simple card, but it just does what it needs to do really. So yes, that's what I did using that die. Next up we have this happy birthday die, and I've seen this a few times and thought, oh, I quite like that, and I've got something similar to this. I think it might have been I'm not sure it was a thank you, or I'm not sure anyway. I've got something similar to this, but I quite like the idea of it. You do end up with quite a lot of bits, which is a bit of a problem, but you know, it's a nice die, and I think it'd be good for mail cards and children's cards. It's sort of got a bit of a cartoony look, but it's also, you know, you could use it for other things as well. So yeah, so I'm going to show you now what I made using this die. Then with that die I cut it out of black and then poked all the little bits out, and then I just mounted it onto this rainbow paper, and then I just by hand I just cut around the outside and just cut through like areas like this, just so you had more of a kind of a see-through idea. I didn't do these pieces, but I did the larger ones. And then I just made it into like a little pop-up box card, got space on the back to write, and the whole thing just pops in like that and will fit in an envelope for a 4x6 card. So that's what I did using that die. Next up we have this die, which is like a background die. Just turn it around so it's the right way up. And this measures approximately 3 7/8 by about 5 1/4 roughly. 5 1/4, a bit more than that. 5 1/2, about that. But yeah, it's quite good. So you've obviously got this cuts out a border, and then you've got your treble clef. I quite liked it because it's quite simple, quite nice, and yeah, you could do quite a bit with it. I'm thinking shaker cards would be good with this. So I'll show you now what I made using this die. Then with this musical note die, I actually cut it out of black glitter adhesive card, mounted it onto some printed vellum, and then these are actually from this die cut, and all I've done is I've just cut it out of black glitter again, and then I've just basically cut it out. So I've just trimmed it with scissors around here, trimmed the little lines off to make the two giant notes which can go either side of the step card. So that's what I've done using that die. Then we've also got this die, which I liked because, as we all know, mail cards are very difficult to make, and if they're not into drinking alcohol and football, then it makes it a bit tricky. So I've got this die, which I thought was quite cool. So it's like a giant cog, but then in it you've got like a mountain range and a little mountain bike, and there's also this as well, which is separate, so you can take that off. It's almost like a kind of like a chain kind of thing. So yeah, so this measures 4 1/4, and I think it's circular, so yeah, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, so nice good size. So yeah, so I'll show you now what I did using this die. So with that die, this is what I made. So I did this card, which stands up, and then I've just cut it out of some black card and then mounted it with some other card on the back, and then I've just put some acetate in the little gaps there, have birthday on it, and then on the back there you have space to write, and it folds down flat like that. It will sit in an envelope for a 5 by 7, I believe. So that's what I did using that die. Then I got this die, again good for males and females, but it's obviously got a male golfer on the front. But I love the fact you've got the golfer in the middle of the golf ball. I just thought that was really cool. Very nice design. So this measures approximately 3 7/8 roughly by 3 7/8. Yeah, 4 inches, roughly 3 7/8, 4 inches, something like that. But yeah, again, nice one you could do as a silhouette. So I'll show you now what I made using this die. Then with the golf die cut, again I've just made one of these like shadow box kind of cards, and I've just cut it out of white, mounted it onto some ombre paper, which can have blue into green, and then I've just used some golf paper that I had, simple sentiment, and again you got lots of space on the back to write. So yeah, and then that folds down and will fit in an envelope for a 6 by 6 card. So that's what I made using that die. Then I also got this die, which is a paint tube, and obviously this bit here is like the extra bit for the cap, and I just thought it was really sweet. It's quite small, but that's fine because you don't want a big paint tube. So it's about 7/8 by about 1 5/8 roughly, and then obviously got the cap as well. But it's just a nice little tube. You could use this for sort of lots of different things. So I'll show you now what I made using this die. Then with the paint tubes, I just did another one of these little hexagonal tenfold cards. I think they're quite cute, and I just cut it out of silver mirror, and then where the label is I just went over it with a pro marker to give it the different colours of label, and then I've just used a die from In Love Arts on this side, and then on the back you've got lots of space to write, and so that's what I made using that die. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you got inspired, and hope you'll go and check out Kokorosa Studio. Don't forget to use my code ICE20, which will get you 20% off your order. Don't forget to use the links down in the description below. They're affiliate links and they just help the channel out, and also they obviously they let Kokorosa know that you've come from my channel, which is good, and it doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, go and do that, and make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!